So here we are in the Humboldt Forum, which is a huge museum here in the center of Berlin. And it's, I don't know, anthropology, it's to do with human civilization, it's to do with peoples in the past and their culture, their customs. And I came across this very big statement on the wall here, matters of perspective, an overture. And I was reading this statement, and I thought it was really, really interesting. It says, in recent years, ethnological collections held by European museums have come under critical scrutiny. The Humboldt Forum seeks to meet this challenge head-on. Matters of Perspective, an overture, examines the underlying ways of seeing that contributed to colonialism, and where we were turning shaped by it, many of them still very much in place today. This allows us to understand colonialism as a phenomenon that touches on all aspects of society. I think this is really good, but there's a big problem. The installation focuses on particular traces of colonialism in the former German colonial territories of Cameroon, Namibia, and Oceania. Photos, school textbooks, sculptures, and interviews are the starting point for this examination of how the colonizers and the formerly colonized societies saw one another. So characteristic of these ways of seeing is the differentiation between us and the others, the othering of people, you see. So this is great, but there's a huge problem. I wonder if you can guess what it is. Because this and the exhibition is safely in the past. It's looking at the way German, for example, German colonial territories, Cameroon, Namibia, Oceania, how that operated, how Germans saw people as others, as different, maybe inferior people. But what's missing, in my view, and it's not just a German issue, by the way, it's not an anti-German point, this is about the West in general. The West are still doing this today. Today, for example, during the World Cup in Doha, look how the British government, the media, the Germans, the French, the Americans criticized Muslim societies with their wholesome values, whether it be LGBT or feminism or not drinking alcohol, and they were really patronized, condemned, critiqued by people on the left, as well as by the people on the right. So my criticism of this is all fine, matters of perspective and overture, but it's safely in the past. Oh, we can all criticize. No one today supports German colonial territories. No one supports colonialism in this sense. But Germany and France and Britain and so on are still practicing their hegemonic colonialist, supremacist narrative, really today, on a whole range of issues. And it's Muslims usually who are the target of this arrogance, this supremacism. So my criticism of this is not that this is wrong, but it's safely in the past. And if this was really true to its principles, it would bring them up to date and say, we Westerners, us white Westerners, are still doing it today. We still do it today. I mentioned the World Cup, many other examples. But this has not brought it up to date. This is safe history. It's safely in the past. But it should really be saying, today we are still doing this now, and give examples. You should mention the Doha World Cup, and we are still practicing these principles now, but it doesn't do that. So my criticism here is not an anti-German point, it's a Western point. We're still at it, and we need to update our rhetoric and not play safe because no one's going to seriously attack this, but we need to bring it up to date. So that's my rant from Berlin at the Humboldt Forum, a huge, huge museum here in the heart of Berlin in Germany. There we go.